Stop going off of your feelings. You can't trust your feelings. Your feelings are fickle because truth of the matter is, let's look at this. Sometimes you're happy. Sometimes you're sad. Sometimes you're depressed. Sometimes you're frustrated. Sometimes you're high, you're low, whatever. Your feelings change. Your feelings is like a seesaw. It goes up and down. Stop operating in your feelings.
Oh, man, you are really encouraging me, motivating me, inspiring me. God is really using you to help me out.
What's going on, family? I want to welcome you to AOS the podcast. I'm your host, Mr. AOS Inspires. This is what I need you to do. We're on every single platform: TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. I need you to go and subscribe and follow us right now. We drop content every single day that'll help you with your life, because our mission here at AOS the podcast is to empower the world to never give up, one conversation at a time, one interview at a time, one video at a time, to help you live life at the next level. I want you to live life on the next level. I want to say thank you to each and every one of you that's watching this episode. This is going to be a dynamic episode. I need you to dive in. Do me a big favor. I need you to like, share, and comment. Don't be a stranger. Comment with us. And this is what I need you also to do. I need you to copy this link right here on this podcast, this episode, and share it with at least 10 of your friends. I promise you, it's going to help them out. Let's jump into the episode. What's going on, family? You guys have been rocking with us. And you already heard the intro video. You already heard all that. But I want to say thank you so much for rocking with us. This is episode 100. We about to go deep in. We got a great topic on today. This episode is going to be crazy. The reason I say that, I know some of y'all be like, yo, you say this every single time. I feel like this every single time about every single episode that we drop. And the reason for that is because we put matter of fact, let me tell you this real fast before we get started. I never know what I'm going to talk about when I get here. Now, you already know, if you've been following us for a while, you know that I have a book, on my phone, the notes section on my phone. And as topics and as subjects come to my mind, or I hear things, I type it down, and I just never know what we're going to talk about. On today, we're going to talk about something so deep. And you guys, I want to peel back some layers, if you will. I want to peel back some layers because there's so many relationships that's failing. Right now, let me just drop this real fast. You can help another relationship out, even if your relationship is rocky. Right? Why? Because you have been through some things. You have some wisdom, some insight on things that you should be doing, or that you should have did in your past relationship. I just want to put that out there because I know somebody has a wealth of wisdom to give somebody, but you don't want to tell them because you're like, listen, my relationship is jacked up. But I want to encourage you right now. You can encourage somebody's relationship, help somebody's relationship. You already know our mission here is to empower the world to never give up, one conversation at a time, one interview at a time, one video at a time, to help you get to the next level. My inspirees inspire somebody in their relationship, because you may have experienced something in the past relationship and now you can help them out because you got the wisdom, you got the experience. Even if your relationship is rocky, right? Don't listen to them. Oh, your relationship ain't all together. Why you giving me relationship advice? Because I know a little something. I know something that I should have changed. So I want to give you game. But on today, somebody had talked to me and they were like, I can't stand the person I'm in relationship with. I can't stand them. But I had to remind them, just like this episode, you got to understand the person that you have, they won't be perfect, right? You're not perfect. Let's really peel back that layer first. I really want us to take a look at the man or the woman in the mirror. Every relationship that you get in, you got to understand this. When God allows you to be in a relationship, He gives you a blank canvas with some scars. He gives you a blank canvas with some issues. He gives you a blank canvas with some blemishes on it, right? And I really want to talk to the fellas real fast. It's not your job to clean up that paper, meaning it's not your job to clean up this woman. That's not your job. Your job, watch this, fellas, is to love her and motivate her. I understand. Let's talk. I get it. Sometimes in relationships, it becomes difficult to push the person that you're in relationship with if they don't have the same type of drive that you have. or it's hard to push the person that you're in a relationship with. And let's really be honest, and let's really be all the way transparent. When you guys argue sometimes, or you guys get in disagreements, you begin, it's not that you don't love the person anymore. You still love them, but you feel a certain type of way about them because of the arguments that you guys been dealing with, or the words that have been exchanged. This is why I tell every single married couple, every single couple, every couple that's in a relationship, right? Even if it's a friendship, be mindful of what you say. That's a big one. That's a bar. Right? Because the thing about it is, the words that you say to a person, you can't retract. You can ask for forgiveness, but you can't retract. You can't take that moment back. Once that moment is spit out, there's nothing that you can do to clean it up. Because this is crazy, right? Your actions speak louder than words. Yes, that's true, but your words pierce deeper than anything can. And it's mind bothering how people get into arguments or things happen in a relationship, and you say things. Watch this, that you really don't mean at the moment, right? You may feel. Listen. You can feel something in the moment, but you may not mean something in the moment. So you say something that you really don't mean. You just feel it, and we already know you can't trust feelings. You cannot trust family. You guys are so amazing. I know that you're enjoying the episode, but just got a quick message for you real fast.
Have you ever been through a hard time in life? Perfect. You need to read this book, Winning After a Major Loss.
This can be found at barnesandnoble.com, amazon.com. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. You need to get your copy. It's going to change your life for living. You already know our mission here is to empower the world to never give up, one conversation at a time, one interview at a time, one video at a time, to help you live life at the next level. Get your copy now. You heard what she said. Get your copy now. It's going to help change and transform your life for the better. I promise you. Winning After Major Loss. Barnes and Nobles, amazon.com. Get it now. Get it today. Going off of your feelings. You can't trust your feelings. Your feelings are fickle. Because truth of the matter is, let's look at this. Sometimes you're happy. Sometimes you're sad. Sometimes you're depressed. Sometimes you're frustrated. Sometimes you're high, you're low, whatever. Your feelings change. Your feelings is like a seesaw. It goes up and down. Stop operating in your feelings. Period. Right? So let's go back to the beginning. When you are in a relationship, you are going to get a blank canvas. Fellas, as I said before, let me reiterate this again. Fellas, the canvas that you get is not for you to clean up. It's not, watch this. The canvas that you have, which means the woman that you're with, it's only given to you to enhance what's already there. That's it. Enhance what's already there. It's not for you to change the paper, change the texture, change the way it looks, change the way it smells, change the way it's dressed. No, that's not your job. Ladies, let me talk to y'all too. Stop thinking that you can change a man by the way that you talk to him. You can encourage him. You can push him by the way that you talk to him. Watch this. And the way that you talk to him, ladies, you can push him away or you can push him closer, right? Just simply by the words that you say. I did one of my first episodes I did on the podcast was like, women, you have to understand the power of your words. And ladies, if you really understood the power of your words, you would choose the words that you say very carefully. Bars, right? Fellas, if you knew the power of your actions, if we really understood the power of our actions, we would make sure that our actions is accountable for. Right? We'll be careful of how we move. We'll be careful of how we maneuver with our woman. Ladies, you should be careful what you say to your man. Right? Because sometimes we can say things in an instinct that we really don't mean, but we feel. As I said, we don't mean it, but we feel it because our feelings is hurt, or we're upset about something, or we're disappointed in us. Right? Not saying us, but I'm talking about us as a relationship. We're disappointed in something. Right. And sometimes, most of the time, a lot of the times, your feelings can get the best of you. Watch this. So you say things that you really don't mean at the moment. You don't mean it. You feel it, but you don't mean it. I need every single couple to get out of I don't know why we're there. We got to stay there for this episode for a little while. Get out your feelings. Just like get out your feelings, right? And this is what I'm learning in business. This is what I'm learning partnering up with other companies and partner up with other entrepreneurs. Sometimes things are said not intended to hurt your feelings, but some things are said because it has to be said. Right? Like you know sometimes that you have to say things, I'm not gonna put children on the list, but there's some things that you have to say to other adults so that it can shake up the mulberry bush, so that they can straighten some things out, or you just gotta say some things so that something won't get damaged in the long run. Finances won't get lost in the long run. I'm talking about business, entrepreneurs. Right? So the same way in relationships, sometimes you have to say certain things now. Let's slow down because I already know some of y'all gonna be like, yeah, right. This is why I said what I said. Because just like AOS Inspires said, sometimes some things just has to be said. Now, it's not what you say. That's a big one. Let's step back, hands up, hands in the air, right? It's not what you say, it's how you say it. Let that simmer in your heart real fast and in your ears. Ladies, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Fellas, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And I want us to be a safeguard. I want us to keep a mirror in our face and begin to look at the way that we're treating the person that we say that we love. Because I'm going to tell you this, I see this time and time again, and all of us, I'm guilty. All of us are guilty for this at some point or another. And it's crazy because sometimes you'll treat the person that you're in relationship with or in covenant with that you say that you love worse than the person that you don't even know, right? And it's crazy how people will treat, strangers or treat other people that's in passing or people that they're connected with or people that they do business with. They treat them better than the person that they're in love with that takes the resources, or you spend resources, or you spend money, or you spend time with, right? And I'm gonna peel back that layer real fast before we move on. Can't nobody push your buttons better than family or your husband or your wife or your girlfriend or your boyfriend. Nobody can push those buttons. And the reason for that is because some people that you're not in relationship with, right? The people that you're just doing business with, you don't have to deal with them. It's like, okay, bam, we deal with each other for a small window. And after that, it is what it is. I don't care what you say. It doesn't matter. But that person that you're in relationship with, the person that you're in a marriage with, the person that you saying I do to, the person that you said that I love you, that I'm committed to you, that I'm exclusive to you, they can hit you in places that nobody else can touch. And also with the same thing, they can encourage certain spaces of you that nobody else can encourage. And that's a fact, right? So with that power, I just want to put that out there. So with that power, fellas, ladies, we have to be more careful on how we maneuver in our relationship. We got to be careful how we speak to our person. We have to be careful how we treat our person. We have to be careful what we do and what we say and how we act. Right? I'm not saying that you got to be phony, right? But we have to be sensitive, and this is an exercise that I tell every couple that I counsel. Put your shoes, like really, let's really do this. Put your feet in their shoes. Try to feel how they would feel if you did to them, if they did it to you. If that makes sense. I know I messed it up, but it is what it is. But y'all know what I'm saying. Like, try to put your feet in their shoes. Try to put your shoes in their shoes. Try to put your feet in their shoes to see, like, listen, if they said that to me, how would I feel? Right? And I promise you'll begin to really take an analytical look at the things that you say and the things that you do to the person, right? I mean, let's really be honest. So really, in essence of this episode, we must understand that the person that we're in relationship with, they're not going to be perfect. And many people break up in relationship because they were expecting their person to be perfect. They were expecting their person not to have any flaws or blemishes, or you were expecting the honeymoon stage to last 50 years. And that's so far removed from the truth. I think a lot of people do a bad job at telling people that get in relationships that the honeymoon stage will never end. That's false. the honeymoon stage will end. I promise you. The honeymoon stage will not last that long. I mean, it'll last, but it's not going to last 20, 30 years. You know, I mean, and this is the thing, really catch this. The reason it won't last is because you always have to reinvent yourself. Every year, the person that you're in a relationship with changes. Every 6 months to a year, they change. Not saying they change who it is that they are, but their likes, their dislikes, right? Things that they want to do, things that they want to try, their ambition, their dreams, their goals, it change. So since it changes, they change, right? Not saying that they change who they are, like the person that you fell in love with. And let me retract that too, because sometimes the person that you fell in love with changes as well. Now, let me put a pin there. I tell every single new couple that this is the big one, discover your purpose first. It's impossible to fully give yourself to somebody else and love them if you haven't discovered your purpose. Meaning, if you haven't discovered your purpose, what will happen is you will find yourself in one space because you don't know your purpose. You'll find yourself in one space. Yes, you're a cool person. Yes, you have a great heart. Yes, you have ambition. You have drive. You have all these great qualities. But you're in this box because you haven't found your purpose yet. Now, you're in a relationship with this person. You guys have fallen in love. Now, watch this. They have fallen in love with a form of you that hasn't discovered your purpose. Now, once you discover your purpose, this is a big one. Things in some instances change drastically about you. Right? So like for a prime example, if you first met them and you were a rapper or a singer or a stripper and you were like, listen, I don't know my purpose, but I love doing what I'm doing, right? Then you discover your purpose. They have adjusted to who you were when they met you. Now the things about you have changed and did a pivotal shift. Why? Because I've discovered my purpose now. I've discovered why I'm on earth. I've discovered what I'm supposed to be doing. Now, when you discover what you're supposed to be doing, there's a chance, right, that what your purpose is and what you used to like to do is opposite living. They have been accustomed to the party person of you. Now you're like, listen, I don't have time to party. I gotta focus, right? Like I'm a motivational speaker now, so I can't really go out and hang out the way that I want to and grind the way that I need to and be effective. I can't do that anymore. Now let me put a pin right here. Let me put a side note. Y'all be careful, man, the way y'all drink and smoke, right? Because I know some people, like ain't no shade. I'm just keeping it funky. There are some people that I went to school with, right? At the time of this video, I'm 39, about to be 40 next year. This is 2023. I know I shouldn't say that on the video, but I'm going to say it. There are some people that I went to high school with, watch this, that's 2 or 3 years, not even 2 or 3 years, about 1 or 2 years younger than me. And they look way older than me. Then, on the flip side, you have some people that I went to school with and people that I was really close with while I was in high school and after high school a little bit, right? That they were a little older, maybe 1 or 2 years older, and they look way older, right? I get people that say this all the time. It is what it is. As I told you before, black don't crack and beige don't age, but it showed enough swell, right? So I have people that say, listen, man, I thought you was 25 years old. No, 39. 39, I don't do no drinking. I mean, it is what it is. If you want to drink and you want to smoke and you want it, do your thing, right? But understand that it does play and it does have a toll. It takes a toll on your body. And listen, you will be affected some way, somehow. So the people that drink, smoke, and just hang out every weekend, family, you guys are so amazing. I know that you're enjoying the episode, but just got a quick message for you real fast.
Have you ever been through a hard time in life? Perfect. You need to read this book, Winning After a Major Loss.
Can be found at barnesandnoble.com, amazon.com. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. You need to get your copy. It's going to change your life for living. You already know our mission here is to empower the world to never give up, one conversation at a time, one interview at a time, one video at a time, to help you live life at the next level. Get your copy now. You heard what she said. Get your copy now. It's going to help change and transform your life for the better. I promise you. Winning After Major Loss. Barnes & Nobles, amazon.com. Get it now. Get it today. They turn 40 looking 50, turning 45 looking 60, right? Just got to throw that out there. Anyway, understand this. The person that you're in a relationship with, they won't be perfect. This is a big conversation that I really want people to digest. Give them grace to change. Not only give them grace to change, but give them grace to grow. Right? And I get it. I understand. I like to talk from a transparent state, and I like to talk from a place where I truly understand. Sometimes it's difficult to give people grace when they say the most disrespectful things. Right? That's why I said in the beginning, be careful what you say, because you can't retract what you say. You can ask for forgiveness, but that thing that you said still hit. It hit hard. Right? And some people don't rebound from what they say. That's why I tell people, be careful what you say. Be mindful of what you say. My mom always told me, behind every joke, there's some truth. So be careful. Even with me, I'm talking to me as well, right? Be mindful of the jokes that you say, because it could have a long-lasting effect in a person's life that they don't even share with you, right? You look down the road 5 years and they cheating, and then you be like, hold on, what's going on? Because you said something 5 years ago. I'm not excusing them cheating. I'm not saying that it's okay for them to cheat, but you said something, and every joke, there's some truth. And some people like to play chess, not checkers. So they want to make sure that they're a few steps ahead of you, just in case what you said is true. I'm not saying that it's okay to cheat. That's an action that they have to be held accountable for. But however, look at the foundation that you laid because of the joke that you said. Be mindful of what you say. Be careful about what you say. Listen, this is what I tell people all the time. Chew your words up first. Taste them to see how it tastes before you spit it out. How would this affect you if they said the same thing to you that you're saying to them now? Many of y'all don't think about it like that. Many of you are like, it is what it is. They all right. Nah, everybody's not tough like you. Everybody can't take a joke like you. Everybody doesn't have thick skin like you, right? That's the truth. That's facts. That's real, right? So you have to handle everybody differently. Some people are delicate, right? But in your relationship, this is a big one as we close, you have to understand nobody's perfect. So fellas, let me talk to y'all for a brief second. The special lady that's in your life, you have to treat her like fine china, like a white glove service, right? Because that's what she is. I mean, you have some women that seem to be tough, that seem to be rough, but the truth of the matter is they're ladies. They're soft on the inside. What you say to them does affect them, right? So understand this. I'm not trying to change you. I'm not trying to change the way your canvas looks. All I want to do is enhance what you already have. Because nobody's going to be perfect. God is going to give you a blank canvas. And with that blank canvas, you have to build things on it. Some people call it molding. I call it building together. You both have to build something together on each other, right? Because this is the thing. When you're in a relationship, you have expectations of each other, right? So there's a way that I don't like my wife to look when she goes out in public. There's a way that she doesn't like me to look when we go out in public. It's not that we're changing each other. It's just that we're building each other. Right? I have your best interest. She has my best interest. We both have each other's best interest. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all something too that may ruffle some feathers. Right? So in a marriage, you guys come first, then the children, then your family. Let me say that again. For all those in the back, in the cheap seats, in the bleachers, the way that this thing is designed. It goes the husband and wife, then the children. Stop putting your children before your husband. Stop putting your children before your wife. Matter of fact, that might be my next episode. Because many relationships fail because husband and wife put the children first. Or you have other people that put family first before the marriage and kids. It goes family, kids, and then marriage. No, it don't go like that. Because the reason I say that is because after the kids get grown, they gone. They're starting. I remember when I turned 18, I joined the Merchant Marine. I was skedaddle. I was gone. I mean, I love my mom and dad, but I mean, I remember I went overseas for like 9 months. And I think I went a whole month without talking to my parents because it took us this particular voyage that we went on, deployment that we went on. We didn't have phones. We didn't have phones for, I think, 3 weeks. We were out to sea for a week, and then we didn't get a chance to get in port for another 2 weeks. And then we didn't have access to phones. So it's like almost a month. I'm not saying I forgot about them, but when you leave the house and you leave the nest, how you were before clinging on mommy and daddy when you were younger, it's not like that when you get old. It's not like that, right? So that's what I'm saying. Many relationships, they have to family, you guys are so amazing. I know that you're enjoying the episode, but just got a quick message for you real fast.
Have you ever been through a hard time in life? Perfect. You need to read this book, Winning After a Major Loss.
This can be found at barnesandnoble.com, amazon.com. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. You need to get your copy. It's going to change your life for living. You already know our mission here is to empower the world to never give up, one conversation at a time, one interview at a time, one video at a time, to help you live life at the next level. Get your copy now. You heard what she said. Get your copy now. It's going to help change and transform your life for the better. I promise you. Winning After Major Loss. Barnes and Nobles, amazon.com. Get it now. Get it today. Of relationship. Why? Because they have put so much into the kids. Now the kid's gone. Now I don't even know who this person is that I'm married to. Goes marriage. Goes the married couple, the husband and wife, the kids, then family, right? But understand, ladies, let me talk to you because I just talked to the fellas. Ladies, stop tearing that man down. Let me give you a sneak peek, right? So many men said that their wife is nagging. Take this into consideration, fellas. Sometimes she's not nagging. Sometimes she's just really telling you and expressing to you something that needs to be expressed that you're not listening to, that you're overlooking. But then, ladies, when you see that the nail is not going all the way in, you need to try to find a different way to get your message across. Find a different way. Stop using the same method. Stop trying to pound that nail in that wood, hoping that it sticks. It's not going to stick. So when it doesn't stick, now he's looking at you like you nagging too much. Now, what happens is, I'm not excusing the action, but what happens is you're nagging and you're just, it's just irritating, right? So now he finds some type of relief. Some men, it's drinking. Some men, it's the strip club. Some man, it's another woman. Some men, it's the fellas. They spend excess. Y'all know what I'm talking about. They spend a lot of time, excess time with the guys. And it's crazy. So the biggest thing is, ladies, you should be his sanctuary. You should be the one that he wants to come to and spend time with and just release how he really feels. And you should be able to release how you feel to him too as well. You guys should be each other's sanctuary. Like facts. Understand that. Understand that the person that you're with won't be perfect, but you both are building each other together. This is episode 100. Listen, I need y'all to leave in the comments. 100. Listen, we made it and we keep on going. I see y'all at episode 400. What's going on, family? I want to say thank you for rocking with us during this episode. We have been so excited to drop this episode. I'm glad that you made it to the end. This is what I want you to do. If you have any takeaways from this episode, leave it in the comments. We want to hear your thoughts. We want to hear how you feel. I want to bring content to you that's relevant to you, that'll help you change your life, because you already know our mission here at AOS Inspires, AOS the podcast, is to empower the world to never give up, one conversation at a time, one interview at a time, one video at a time, to help you live life at the next level. This is what I need you to do. I need you to like, subscribe, share this episode. If it spoke to your life, share this episode with somebody. Why? Because you are connected to some people that we're not connected with. And with that connection together, we can empower the world to never give up. I'm Mr. AOS Inspires. This is AOS the podcast. I can't wait to see you next week. Just in case you didn't know, we drop every single week, 3 times a week. Mondays, 8 a.m., Wednesdays, 8 a.m., and Fridays, 8 a.m. You need to catch an episode. Matter of fact, catch all 3 episodes. It's going to be fire. I promise you it's going to help you doing your everyday life. It's going to help you get to the next level. Let's go.